everyone. Welcome back to Music Messages Tarot. I hope you're all doing really well. In the last reading that I put up, I mentioned that I was getting several messages trying to come through simultaneously. I tapped into the one that was the strongest, which had to do more with a creative or work project, and you can go reference that video or watch that video if you want to hear more about that. But one of the messages that was clearly coming through is some kind of love situation going on at someone's place of work or with people that you work with. As I was shuffling for you here, the Three of Pentacles came out and kind of confirmed that. It just kind of jumped out of the deck. So this definitely relates to a place of work or a group of people that you work with, and there's some kind of love situation going on. I am getting kind of a heavy vibe around a possible love triangle, but we're going to delve a little deeper into it right now to figure out what's happening. Before I start, I'm just going to cleanse the space, so be mindful if you have headphones in. I cleansed our decks again, obviously, between readings. But I did want to get more specific information for whoever that love reading might resonate with. Okay. Also, as I was shuffling, this song Dream a Little Dream of Me, it's an older version. It's from the Mamas and the Papas, one of the singers from that group. That song clearly came through, so you may be wanting to pay more attention to your dreams during this time. Whoever this love message is going to relate to and resonate with, this might be somebody that you've dreamt about, or maybe this other person also dreams of you. Let's see. So it says, keep your temper, don't allow anger to rule you. That's the first card that came out. I'm getting a lot of fire sign energy off of this card for some reason. So maybe this is a possible love triangle going on at work and you are needing to keep a cool head. It says, keeping up, immense effort, advance. Maybe this is somebody that you've been pursuing at your job and you feel like you're putting too much into it. Uncertainty, choose who you will become. So maybe this is someone who they haven't made their intentions very clear about if they want to pursue a path with you. Maybe you kind of have an open relationship going on, or you've just gone on a few dates with one another. I'm hearing the name Craig very clearly. Not sure if that resonates with somebody. And also Glenn. So this might be somebody you're interested in. You've shown interest in. Maybe you've gone on a few dates. I am getting a heavy sense that you've had some interaction with this person to indicate that they're also interested in you. But I do feel like they've done something to really piss you off in this situation, whether that be talking to someone else also at work, making you feel like they're not prioritizing you, and possibly you're uncertain about how to proceed here. Let's see. It says all in the golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, and conception. Okay. So maybe this is someone you are working on a project with, or you maybe work really well together. You kind of feed off of creative ideas with this person. You feel like your dynamic is really strong, possibly, like in a work setting. I get that you have very romantic feelings for this person, and they do too, but I'm also just picking up that they're not reciprocating in a way that you want them to. So let's get some information here on what's happening. We have the Four of Cups. So this is, I think, your energy. You're feeling kind of disappointed, disillusioned a little bit by this situation. You are hoping that maybe it will continue to grow in a different direction, but it's not happening immediately. We got the Taurus card in reverse. So you might be dealing with a Taurus. This could be your energy. This could be your love interest energy. I am getting a very strong sense that for some of you, there's a third party involved at this place of work. So this might be that person's energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that your love interest is going to pursue that person, but I'm getting a heavy energy of someone who feels like they need to meddle in other people's relationships. I've had situations in my past where I'm like dating a coworker, and there's that one person who just always feels like they need to put themselves in the running, compete for people's attention. It could be a situation like that. We have the Four of Wands here. So this is someone you could potentially find a lot of stability with this person. This is certainly what you want. I think maybe on some level it's what they want with you also, but they're not quite there yet, but I think they can see themselves with you. We have Judgment in reverse. So you might possibly feel unfairly judged. You might feel like, the person's not exercising their best judgment here. Maybe you're not exercising your best judgment because this person isn't really giving you what you're putting into the situation. So maybe you need to detach a little bit. We'll clarify on that. We also received Temperance in reverse again. So this came out in the last reading as well. I'm going to give these cards a little bit more of a shuffle. So I just want to make sure energies from our last reading are not carrying over too much. For some of you, this might involve the same workplace dynamic as the last reading did. So that might be why some of that energy is carrying over. But some of you need to exercise balance in this situation a little bit more. Like maybe you're just putting a lot into this person and losing focus at work, or not thinking about your own self-growth enough because you've been distracted by trying to make this situation go a certain way. Also Sagittarius energy here, but maybe for some of you that might just mean pulling back. If this person isn't showing that they want to have a serious commitment yet, then maybe you need to go back and just kind of be honest with yourself and judge the situation more objectively. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm getting that for some of you, this Wheel of Fortune reversed is you're just feeling stagnant with this person. You're feeling disconnected a little bit from this person because of how they may be behaving. I definitely get that this person's very interested in you and has romantic feelings for you. It's just that they're kind of in this immature energy where they're not really putting in what you're putting in. They're not taking it as seriously as you are. And they might even be kind of like openly flirting with other people in front of you. And this is upsetting you because, you have one idea of what you're engaging in with this person and they have another idea. Let's get more information here. All right, the Fool card. So I think for some of you, you may be transitioning to a phase where either you're going to start a new beginning with this person that you've been dealing with, or you might even meet somebody else. But you are going to have this fresh new start, whether that be with this person or with somebody else. And you have the 10 of Cups potential for whatever this new start is. So that's really positive and very exciting for you. Just going to put these off to the side. Let's get some clarity here on, I want to get some clarity on this Taurus card because it did come out twice. Okay, Four of Wands here, and right above the Four of Wands. For some of you, this Taurus energy is the person that you're dealing with. Even if the person isn't a Taurus, with the card having come out upside down, they might be a little bit stubborn. So they might be showing some stubbornness in terms of entering something more serious with you, kind of taking their time, dragging their feet, wanting to engage in like player type activities or just have their options open to flirt with other people. Yeah, I'm getting a very heavy vibe around that, but ultimately they do kind of see you as their stability. They're somebody that they might want to settle down with. It's just that they're kind of taking their sweet ass time doing that, and it's frustrating you right now. Eight of Cups. So you might be kind of tempted to walk away from this situation. I definitely see potential with you and this person, but some of you are not going to hang around to kind of wait for them to get their shit together, and understandably so. Let's get some information here on the Four of Wands because it did come out right underneath. Yeah, uncertainty. So some of you are definitely, you're pissed off. Some of you are really in this kind of like angry energy. You might want to give yourself time to get a clearer perspective and don't make any harsh judgments while you're in that kind of fired up state, because some of you are uncertain if you even want to stay with this person because of how they've been behaving. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. So you're not sure you're going to be successful getting this person to commit into a stable relationship with you. I see potential for 10 of Cups here. I just don't know if this new beginning in 10 of Cups is going to be with the person that's on your mind currently. Let's do one more shuffle. Yeah, the Lovers card in reverse. Some of you are going to have a choice in love, but with the current person you're with, you're not feeling aligned with them right now. You're not feeling like you're on the same page, is what I'm getting here. And so you're in this state where, like, you don't know if you've misjudged this person, because I think this is someone that you thought you could have something serious with, and they're kind of disappointing you right now, just because Judgment in reverse is kind of on the opposite end here as the Four of Cups. I'm just getting a very strong sense around disappointment in your own judgment of who this person really was. But let's get some clarity around the Judgment card. Page of Swords in reverse. So I just get you're lacking clarity right now. That's how I'm taking that energy. You're lacking clarity on how to proceed and who this person even really is at their core. Ten of Cups. So you thought that this was a Ten of Cups relationship. I think there is potential here for Ten of Cups with this person. But nobody should ever have to sit around and wait for somebody else to be ready for that. So, like, even if you're very compatible on a certain level, like this, again, might be somebody you work really well with. Like, you vibe really well with them. Your dynamic is positive most of the time. You don't really argue. You might have potential with this person, but it might require you to kind of like sacrifice too much of yourself and what you're willing to wait for in a relationship. So that part is really going to be up to you. As far as this Temperance card in reverse, yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse, I think you're just feeling kind of brokenhearted right now in your feelings, but very disappointed and sad over how this situation is going. And you might need to pull out of your emotional state a little bit, like pull yourself out of that. Try to get back into things that bring you joy around like who you are as a person, things that make you personally happy, things that you're good at that make you feel like you're leaning into your own power, because I feel like this person's kind of robbing you of that at this point. Like you're so kind of emotionally turned upside down by what they're doing that you're kind of neglecting yourself here in this process. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse too. So yeah, you're not standing in your power right now. Not that you are incapable of doing that. It's just that you are choosing not to do that because you're indulging these emotions a little bit too much. And I think that's where the imbalance is coming in. Okay, and some of you might choose to pull back and pursue other things. And, sometimes when we do that, that's when the other person comes running some of the time. Let's get information about this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I really just think that you're feeling kind of stagnant with your current partner. Four of Pentacles. This person wants to hold on to their immature behavior. They want to hold on to, I just get like a heavy, almost like a bachelor vibe here. Like they want to hold on to certain aspects of being single. They don't want to fully commit. They have one foot in and one foot out. And then, yeah, the Page of Wands. So, they have passionate feelings for you, but they're in this page energy. They're not really ready to grow up fully. This might be somebody who's a little bit younger than you and really showing their age, or just someone who's very immature. You may be dealing with a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they're not quite ready to grow up yet, and they're not ready to meet you at your level yet, and it's got you turned upside down. You're normally in this Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy. That's who you are as a person. Loving, intuitive, creative, and very independent and stable on your own normally. You may even be a water sign or an earth sign. But they have your personal energy kind of turned upside down. You're not in your personal power right now because you're focused too much on them and what they're doing. It doesn't mean that you won't ever have a successful connection with them, but you may need to, like I said, take a step back. Some of you, I can't tell you what to do, obviously, in 3D. Some of you might wait it out a little longer and see what happens. But you do need to keep your temper in check. I don't think arguing with this person is going to do anything to change their mindset right now. And you do need to kind of pull back and focus on yourself a little more, just even if it's just a way to kind of defend yourself and put up some stronger boundaries so that they can't rock your world so much and turn your world upside down as much as they've been. The Fool card. You're feeling a little tired and weary and tired of this relationship with this other person. So I do get that your new beginning for a lot of you is going to be with a new person because you're tired of dealing with the other person's garbage, with their bullshit. And then Eight of Pentacles, you want somebody who's willing to put in the hard work because that's who you are. You know, you've been doing the legwork here. You've been putting in what you're supposed to be putting in, and you don't feel like you're getting that out of this situation. So some of you, the Fool also represents Aries energy. Some of you may be in Aries, or you may have an Aries coming in that you're going to start this new relationship with. That definitely does not need to correspond to the sign, though. It doesn't have to be an Aries. Can I get some information on this Ten of Cups? Because that's beautiful energy, and I'd love to know how the collective could access this Ten of Cups in their current situation right now. Two of Wands. I think some of you need to let go of trying to kind of plot and plan on your current situation and just allow yourselves to be open to other new things coming in. Like I said, this might even kind of push this person that you're dealing with currently to get their shit together and come back around to you. But I think you kind of need to go with the flow a little bit more. Stop trying to control the situation so much. Stop trying to kind of force it or will it to go in a certain direction, because that almost never works, especially if you're dealing with someone who is in immature energy right now, who's just really not ready to move forward. Five of Pentacles. So you need to get out of this state of lack too. This has you feeling really bad about yourself, I'm getting for a lot of you. Yeah, like you need to get out of that headspace and kind of reclaim your power like we talked about up here, because I just feel like trying to control the situation is just making you feel worse and worse, and it's robbing you. It's kind of taking you out of your independence more and more and more as you focus on getting this situation to this Four of Wands, stable, kind of serious relationship state that you really want from this person. It's doing nothing but harming you at this point. So you need to stop doing those things and open up to these new beginnings that are going to be coming in. Some of you have a new person coming in and you're not even aware of this. So once you kind of step back and start taking care of yourself again and start focusing on your own growth, this other new person for some of you is going to be coming in. Maybe it's a different person at work, or maybe it's just someone you haven't met yet at all. There is a definite new beautiful beginning here for a Ten of Cups, but you have to stop standing in your own way here, is what I'm getting. Let's just kind of clarify on this a little bit more. And if this person is dealing with a third party, if this person is putting you through a third party situation at work, fighting with them, arguing with them, again, it's not going to, that usually never works. Let them go do what they have to do. And they'll be the one to regret it in the end, because you are this Queen of Cups. You are this Nine of Pentacles, beautiful energy. They will be the one who missed out. So that's a hard lesson sometimes, especially when you have really strong feelings for somebody. But sometimes you kind of have to let them reap what they sow and let them see, no, the other options aren't better than me, and you're going to find that out the hard way. We have loyalty here. Yeah, I definitely get that you're extremely loyal to this person, but you're not feeling that reciprocated in this situation. Yeah, taboos. I'm getting that some of you are feeling almost embarrassed and humiliated at work because of how if this is happening at work for you. This person's kind of like, everybody knows that you're head over heels for this person, and they're kind of like talking to other people, not really showing their loyalty fully back to you, and it's making you look silly in some way. It's making you feel like they're making a fool out of you a little bit, and they're doing things that in your mind are taboo to your connection. Like they shouldn't be flirting with other people or asking for somebody else's number, and they're doing that openly. I'm seeing a man asking for a woman's number at work, and like you're kind of walking by watching him do this, and to you that's like, how dare he can like disrespect me and our connection, and everybody knows we're kind of seeing each other, so on top of it makes me look like an idiot. And in your mind you're so devoted to this that it's like it feels like it should be like against the rules, but the person you're with doesn't see it that way. He or she, gender doesn't matter, doesn't feel constrained by any like preconceived notions for what your relationship should be with them. So they feel like they're not doing anything wrong. If you vocalize this to them, if you voiced your concerns and they're still acting in these immature, impulsive ways, my recommendation would be to take a big step back from this person. Doesn't mean that you're going to be severing the connection indefinitely. It just means, like I said before, like open up to maybe seeing other people. Maybe kind of, mirror their behavior back to them. Like they're willing to ask for someone else's number. You be willing to ask for someone else's number, or take a date with somebody else, or accept an invitation to a date with someone else. Show them that you're not really giving a fuck anymore. And in the process, allow, mentally start reclaiming your power and open yourself up to actually meeting new people. Like, don't just do this as a charade to make a point with the current person you're with. Actually tell yourself, if it works out with that person, it's great. You could still kind of keep one foot in if you don't feel comfortable severing the connection completely. But I would tell yourself that you are open to meeting other people who may be more mature, more at your level, and who are willing to put in what you're putting in here. Okay, healing. This is definitely a situation that you need to heal yourself from a little bit. Even if you do end up ultimately with this person or allowing the situation to grow, you need to take time for self-healing right now either way. Gifts. So this might be somebody who uses material belongings or material gifts and possessions to try to like woo you or schmooze you, for lack of a better word. Maybe, if they screw up with you, they're quick to like send you flowers or bring you something materialistic to try to smooth it over. That's for some of you, that's going to resonate in that way. For some of you though, this is speaking to the fact that you are not really serving your own gifts here. Like, you are neglecting your own gifts, your own self-worth. You're not tapping into those things anymore. Maybe even not even using your intuition if you're someone who's usually very intuitive. Just because you're giving so much of your energy over to this person, trying to control the situation and worrying about what they're doing all the time, that you're neglecting yourself and growing who you are as a person, and possibly even like not putting time and energy into growing your own gifts, growing your own talents, growing yourself as a human being. That's really the heavier energy that I'm getting off of that card. Ungrounded. This one's self-explanatory. Some of you are just too overly focused on this connection right now, and it has you too in your feelings and too up in your head. Like, you're thinking of scenarios constantly, like, what's this person doing? Who are they talking to? Do they want a serious commitment? And you just need to pull that energy back at this point. And then transformation. So as you do this, some of you are you're going to go through your own kind of life transformation during this time. Your connection with this person might even transform for the better, like I said. It doesn't mean that some of you are not going to be with this person ultimately, but this is a time period where you need to pull back your own energy, put it back onto yourself and your own self-growth, and just be open to whatever happens. So you might meet somebody that you actually click with better. In some cases, this just might mean a time, that you need to spend more like in hermit mode, like trying to better yourself. And maybe that will result in this situation kind of healing itself and this person realizing how much you mean to them and the fact that they don't want to lose you. I think whichever path is going to end up happening for you though, it is going to require you to pull your energy back, stop worrying so much about this person, and take a time to heal yourself and step back into your own power right now. All right. I hope this helped whoever it was meant to reach. I was feeling very, very called to do this as a separate reading today. So hopefully this resonated with you. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, it would really help our channel grow. Other than that, I am sending you peace and harmony, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.